Oh, JR's here as well.
Yeah, how you doing?
Back.
If you change it so it's a bit wider, Brum, we'll all look a little bit like we did. There we go. That's the one.
Are we live?
We're live. We're live.
Oh,
Obviously.
I'm in the studio, obviously. Oh, it's weird when you're in control of all the bits and pieces.
Yep.
Oh God.
You've got to try and keep up with the chat and deal with it all.
Let's say a few hellos then. Tam and Bell Cell. Hello there. Who else? Oh, you can see how many people are watching as well.
Yeah, you can. It's awesome.
Danish Bacon, big first time commenter. Literally within seconds of any of my videos going live, Danish Bacon's always like, bam.
Yes.
Welcome.
A lot of new names to me. I don't recognise a lot of these names.
Yeah, subscribe to these two as well if you haven't. Who else? Glasshammer, Phil Brook, Vivian Mills, all the big names.
Chris Taylor in the house.
Yeah, he's a big name. Chris Taylor's a big name.
Yeah.
So basically, if you watched the live Night's Live last Saturday, you would have seen and heard there was a big announcement. Huge announcement to be made. And James and Rich said they'd come on and support me because I don't like going live. I hate it. Like being the host. And I'll probably get over that over time.
Yeah.
No, you won't, John. We're always going to come on live with you. You'll never get over this.
So we'll let it run for a bit. Get people on.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know there's a lot going on YouTube tonight. But we've got 73 in, so
nice.
I might as well talk about. Hold on, let me turn this down.
How has sales been, John?
Sales. So yesterday, I've done a eBay 250.
Nice.
In the shop, 270 in the shop.
Oh wow!
Oh, lovely.
So,
nice.
It's great when you have a wicked day on eBay, wicked day in the shop. When them two come together, it's like this is.
Have you had any money from the other one this week?
No, they pay out every 2 weeks. So, I made 150 on that one.
That's all right, though. Pays for it.
So after fees, after rent, I made 150.
So what's that? 350 in total, then? Is that?
No, 550.
550. Oh yeah, because it's 400. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
But they pay out like every 2 weeks, so I would have had 396 the first week. Which what I should do is save that and say, right, I want to put that towards my rent. But I don't. I was like, yeah.
Is that because of John's Jesus? If you haven't seen the live news, then you would know.
Look, if you look closely,
he's there.
Jesus is there.
Always watching.
John, did you catch me when I was doing my Santa today? It looks exactly like Jesus, but it's a Santa version.
I don't think I did. No, because I had a customer come in the shop. I had to cut that live quickly.
I'll send you a photo of it. I can't really steal your skin, like your sketch. But if you like it enough for your videos, I'll before it sells, it could be the Christmas version in the videos.
Okay. The news is John has bought a field and is opening his own car boot sale.
That'd be nice.
Oh, nice.
Good guess.
I like that.
I have thought about that. Like,
yeah, I thought about that. If I had a bit of money, buy a big old field.
More of I don't think you need to buy a field. I think you need to, if you had one in your area, like these convention centres or basically like a massive indoor
barn,
warehouse barns. Yeah, you're only just renting it off the guy, put a business plan together.
Yeah, 100%.
Or just find like a farmer who's got a lot of fields and has a field that he's happy to, rent out, But that's I think that's the difficulty is, Richard, is that if you started trying to price that up down in Sussex and I priced it up here in Lancashire, it's two different prices.
Half the price.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Oh, John, on our live, the stool that I showed, that I picked up for a £5.
What are you showing stools for?
So, I sold it. Happy days. $37.99 plus postage. So, bamboo stool. Bish bash bosh.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So
that was the one you were just trialing out, picking up something different.
Yeah. So it's a bit like the wheelchairs things that you obviously picked up as well. I followed your advice, and I'm happy with that. Bamboo little stand. It was easy to pack today, and it's gone. So happy days that one.
Keely, have I missed the massive news? No, we're just trying to rinse it a little bit first. For another 45 minutes, get the watch time. I'm done no videos.
Am I in a tent? Tell Bell saying, am I in a tent? No, what it is, it's my light. It just throws shadows. Shadows.
Rummage around, I did say your catchphrase. Do I owe you any money, by the way?
Bish bash bosh. Bish bash bash.
Would you ever buy raw mail lost items again? Or was it just no, I wouldn't. Well, the only reason I would do it is
for a viral video.
Just for a video. So I think I've made like 250 quid off that video.
Nice.
And I spent 120. So
it's done all right.
People say, "Oh, remember that video? Remember that mistake you made?" It's not really. It's not. Luckily, it wasn't a mistake. It worked out. When is the next video? Yeah, I am struggling for videos, and the rain hasn't helped. And I'm out on Saturday night drinking again. I missed last week's video because of last week. Night's Life.
Yep.
Live. Missed that, and I regret that a little bit.
That's all right.
Why are people? I'm not a priest. I'll take this off. Yeah, Rob H, you can order your Chinese.
Oh, yes.
Chinese.
Yeah, I ordered
Can I
mine.
get some sweet and sour chicken balls, please?
I was just tucking into the old chicken balls, yeah.
Yeah. Sweet and sour chicken Cantonese style.
Nice.
Flipping stuff. The guy was sending me threatening emails about that video because he thought that it was going to basically his business would have been affected, and he, with trading standards and all that sort of stuff. But he advertised on Facebook, so what do you expect? Oh, this is Pete Hiveless B.
Oh, mate.
It's not clickbait, Queenie. Definitely not clickbait.
My Queenie.
No, it's definitely not clickbait. I can confirm that. But John's just making sure that those that need to see it, have time to. It's Friday night. There's a couple of people that are probably still having the Chinese, probably having a can, might be doing the pots. And then they'll notice John, who never does a live, is doing a live. And there's a big reason for it. He's live, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I might as well come out with it then. I might as well just hit you with the news. So, I've been I was in the taxi industry before I quit my job. I was in it for 10 years. I started on the phones, £6 an hour, taking bookings, speaking to customers, getting abuse from customers and all this sort of stuff. Moved into the dispatching side of things, so then you're kind of speaking to drivers. Now you're getting abuse from customers and drivers, and organising cars so that basically customers aren't late and making sure that pre-allocated bookings are covered and we've got cars for them, and making sure your reporting account work's covered, all that sort of stuff. So I smashed that. Then I moved into the sort of we set up a VIP department. Sorry, set up a VIP department because we thought there's a market, especially in Birmingham, for executive work, important work, hotel work, massive group bookings. Because we've got the NEC, you have things like Crufts, big conventions, big shows.
Comic-Cons, there's everything up there, isn't there?
Yeah, Comic-Cons. This is all pre-COVID, so like Birmingham's just so much going on. So I've done that. Then I moved into management. So then there was a job going for assistant general manager. I got the job, and I was doing that for about 5 years. COVID come along. I was working from home, and I'm not pregnant. And then I quit because I thought, that was my time to go full-time into full-time reselling. And I think as a tip, this is just because I am still going to be a reseller. As a tip, if you're ever thinking about going full-time, this is what I've done. I broke my monthly salary into weekly payments, and then I paid myself weekly from eBay, weekly, because I was getting paid weekly from the company. And then I would save my salary. If you can do that for a few months, that's the sort of risk-free trial of going full time. If you're ever thinking about doing it, try it out. Try and save your salary. If you can do it for a few months, and then that will give you sort of a buffer, a cushion. If anything went wrong, it's there to help. Done that. Quit the job. And, open the record store, open the second record store, that's all done. So I'm going back into the taxi industry. This time as a part owner. So I'm getting involved as an owner of the new company. And I've been in meetings, like, if you've been in the shop, sometimes I'm not there. I've been in so many meetings setting this up, the website, all the social media stuff, the pricing, all the things you don't even think about. And there's things that we haven't probably thought about. But today we've put it out there. We're launching in Birmingham. The company is called Ride, R-I-D-E. I don't know if I've got a graphic of Ride. Yeah, that's our sort of logo.
Nice
that.
So we've got an app that's done. The app's ready to roll.
Wow.
Software's done. So that side of it's all done. You might think we're crazy. We're setting up a taxi company. We're going against Uber. We're going against well-established taxi companies that have been in the Birmingham area for 25 years plus. But the people that are involved have got, we counted like over 100 years of experience between us. That's on drivers and management side. So we think we've got the confidence and knowledge to do it, because you can't just throw money at it. You need to kind of know what you're doing and plan. And this is different because I'm going back into like a 24-hour operation. This, taxi companies are 24 hours. So yeah, a bit underwhelming. Yeah, it's just a taxi company. It is underwhelming for those who.
But it's massive jump for you. It's massive. It's massive, man.
I think the thing is, obviously they were expecting something else, but you're going up against Uber. It's no small feat. It's a massive thing, and for you, it's a big thing. But you know your stuff, so
in Birmingham we've got Uber, Bolt, and Ola.
Yeah,
and the Bolt are spending millions and millions of pounds on just putting everyone's taxis at half price. We can't compete with that. We can't. But what we can compete with is Uber, Ola, and Bolt, they all it could be £10 one day, and because there's a demand for cars, it might be raining, could be a show on or whatever. Then they'll charge you double because there's demand, which we're not kind of going to go down that route. We're going to have competitive prices, so people aren't being ripped off. Like if you go into Birmingham Visitor Centre at the moment, they've just put a green zone in there. So if you're a car that's not it's not a green car, you got to pay £8. And if you go past 12 o'clock, you got to pay another £8. But if you've got a compliant car, electric car or a petrol car, you don't have to pay it. So why should a customer, if you was in a Toyota hybrid car in a taxi company, then they're charging you money, even though that driver doesn't have to pay it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
The thing is, John, is that you're doing it in a place which is a massive, massive place, and there'll never be enough. I've gone to Comic Cons there, and it's like as you said there, you guys know what you're talking about. You know, the biggest thing you can get isn't money; it's knowledge, and 100+ years worth of knowledge is gonna allow you guys to cut through a lot of the crap. Yeah. And you guys will go, well, we've done this, we've done that. It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. And as long as you hold your grounds, as long as you stick to what you're saying regarding your prices, it'll just create word of mouth, and word of mouth is king when it comes to things like that.
Like, all people want is a taxi on time. Our problem is getting the drivers to be on our platform because they've got that choice. There's so much choice. Uber charge 25% commission. So if a driver earns £1,000, then they're paying Uber 250 quid. Where we're going to give a good package to a driver where that could be capped. So if you earn, like, our commission is going to be around about 15%. But if you earn £1,000, we might cap it at 150.
Nice.
So that if you earn more than that, it's all you have to pay. So that, and we're going to start off with a 10% commission for drivers, which again, it's a big pull. It's trying to attract the drivers on your platform because there is so many. They're saying at the moment there's a shortage of drivers, shortage of lorry drivers, bus drivers, and all these sort of drivers. I just think that there's, especially in the taxi industry, it's the competition to have these people on your platform. So that's what we're aiming for. Competitive package. That's cool.
And they have so many shows up with the NEC. I mean, the NEC is a massive place. I mean, you've got the boat shows, you've got the camping shows, there's anything and everything up there. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then when the concerts were on, there was
the concerts, the gigs,
thousands of people up there, and there was all sorts of all sorts of shenanigans going up there with taxis. So there's a massive Birmingham. Birmingham's a great place because second city. There's so many different areas that you can target. And it's not going to be cheap either because you got to pay for the website, the software, the office. We've got an office. You have to have a premises to have a license. So that's all. I just seen Queenie's comment there. Sorry, I'm not used to this sort of being involved with the chat at the same time. No, I'm definitely not. I think that I'm not scared to take a punt at all. If you believe that you can do it, and this is, you've got to try it out. Just go for it. I don't know.
At the end of the day, Uber and a lot of these type of businesses didn't exist. And the thing is, John, this is the time to be creating them. It's not to be sat there thinking, I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's time to give things like this a go. You've done it with reselling, mate.
Yeah.
look where you were in that unit, overflowing in your videos, and you're like trying to get stuff, and stock was all this, that, and the other. And then from that, you had that issues with your house a year ago, like the eviction, all that changed, and then you've had the record show, and and then the store's now done fantastic, and now you've got another place as well. So the thing is that your heart and your head and your business mentality is second to none, John. So whether it's a fail or a success, I don't think you're afraid to fail. I think you're afraid not to just give it a go. I think that's all you can do.
Is Barry Bluenose going to be one of your drivers?
Yeah. Where is he?
I've got him behind me, John, from last week.
That's Larry. That's Larry.
That's Larry Bluenose. I put Larry up there.
So what's happening with the shop? So the shop is still running. The shop will still be there. There's someone in there running it for me while I'm out and about doing my bits and pieces what I've got to do. I might have to think about the hours come January. I don't think it needs to be open. The hours at the moment when I started, I do 10 till 6 Tuesday to Saturday. Now, when you look at other record stores opening hours, they do like 12 till 5 because I kind of know from 3 o'clock. Sometimes I'm lucky to see anyone, but then on other days, there's people coming in because that's the opening hours. So I might just do reduced opening hours, still do the same days, but bring down a bit so I don't have to be there all the time. That's in the new year though. I'll look at doing that, and I might do. I'll still do the Thursday, Friday, Saturday 10 till 6. I think at the moment, but I might reduce the Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's still got to run. The other record store runs its own. That's easy. If it still makes money, I'll keep it going. If it doesn't make money, I'll run it for a few months and see what happens. So yeah, that's still going to go. Reselling, that's the other thing. So reselling, I ain't giving that up. Reselling is exciting.
You've got the fashion shows, haven't you? Otherwise.
The YouTube will still going.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Got to keep it going. What will be main role? Main role in the new business, how many partners? So there is 3 other partners. Me and 3 others. My role, I'm part owner. So whether, I don't think I need to have a defined role because I'll be answering the phone. I'll be, cleaning the toilet in the office. I'll be doing whatever needs to be done. I'll be walking the streets, putting cards through people's doors. So you don't need, an official title for that. All I know is I'm doing it because I own the business and I need it to be as successful as possible. So yeah, I don't think that's as important. I'm not going to give my business card out and say, yeah, I own a taxi company. It's like,
Wait till you get your OBE from the Queen before you start doing that.
Yeah.
Wait till he's there with the, when he's doing these videos going, I cannot believe there's a van in front of it. He's there with an Aston Martin in front and he goes, oh no, that's mine. Don't worry.
Yeah. Second channel showing behind the scenes taxi rank. We've discussed it. There's enough flipping editing with my own channel than running another channel. I'd love to do it. Whether I incorporate it as part of mine, don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not, because sometimes the stuff you don't want people to know because you're planning something or you're sort of, you're looking to do something that you might not want other companies to know and all this sort of stuff. So probably not really. What's this from Keeley? I'm trying motorcycle bus lanes. Yeah, well, you got to think about people travel. People travel. If you do motorbikes, it's just that one singular passenger traveling. And if you've got a case or something, it's going to be a bit dangerous with a bike. But I think someone has got a license for bikes as a taxi, so I'm not sure. Vinny, I'm opening a taxi company. That's about it.
It's quite a big thing. It's quite a big thing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
And then, like, you know, eventually, this is another. This is what I was banging about income streams. It will be. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, all being well. It starts making money, then we start paying ourselves. So yeah, another income stream. But that's going to be, you know, it could be a year down the line. There's going to be a lot of work that won't be paid for at all, and I understand that from the start. You know, and that. So.
Someone had a good comment earlier. They said you should have called it Brum.
Yeah, I missed that.
That quality. Thing is that the logo looks on point, mate, right now with everything
it's nice.
happening. It looks so app worthy. You can just see the app on your phone, just with the blue. It's just right there, yeah.
And the app, I do have the app. The app's not ready for customers yet. But you know,
yeah, looks nice.
Cool.
That's what it looks like, and it's the same as using Uber's, Bolt. They're all the same. You know, there's not much else you can do with a taxi app. It's going to be available in a couple of
When's
weeks.
it all starting up, John?
So again,
when's it all starting up?
So we're taking on drivers for the next sort of 10 days. You know, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Then the customer app will be available. We'll let people know when the customer app is available to download. We're just going app only at the moment. Just going app only. So we don't have a call center. That will be for the future.
That's quality, that though, Brum. And as you said there, word of mouth, and this is the type of season to get into it. A lot of people are kind of. It feels like obviously it's going to be a lot of people's first New Year party, new Christmas party. Like they haven't been out since COVID, so this is a good time to captivate your clientele. Have you got any plans for like the universities, John? Like the open days, as an example. You guys are going to get do stuff like that.
We've done this. We have done this in the past. We've when with Birmingham University. The problem with Birmingham University is students come from all over the country into Birmingham. They've probably already got the Uber app downloaded on the phone, so that's kind of one thing checked off their list already. They've got the Uber app. It's hard and it's expensive to get in with a university as to be there on the day and hand out your stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out it's just not worth it in the end.
I get that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, we've I don't think it's something we'll do, to be honest. Vinny, gonna continue reselling, still going the car boots. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to get paid from this for a long time, so I still need to keep eBay going. I still need to keep the shops going, so that's going to continue. Although the videos are going to continue as well. That's part of my business sort of thing. That's part of what I do. So yeah, that's going to continue.
That's well, John. I hope the chat can do it as well. Everyone, just give John a round of applause, mate. But mate, well done, man. Well done, John. Because it isn't easy with any time doing that. And the fact is that you've done it with reselling. You got rid of that guaranteed income. You've done it with this. You've done it with that, and now you're doing it with another business, mate. Like hats off to you.
Let's have the chat flooded with the clapping icon.
That's what I like to say. Well done, chat. Let's flood the chat. It deserves it, Matt. I'm so it's amazing.
That's it. Smash the clapping icons.
So the way I see it, if you've got money in the bank, you might as well use it. Because the bank are using that now to make money.
It's not doing you no good in the bank.
No. So I would rather use that to try and make me money. And even if it's a risk, even if it's like, it might not work, I'll still go for it. I'll still try.
You'll regret it more if you didn't give it a go. It's a bigger regret then.
Yeah. you know, and we're going to try and get. We don't know about drivers. This is the thing. We don't know about drivers. You know, will we get enough drivers? But the problem is then, if you get a load of drivers, you need a load of work. We don't have any of it either. So this is where our experience comes in, and how do we do both?
Yeah.
But
that's your bag. That's what you know about. So
yeah. I don't know anything about records. I know
you might not have once upon a time, maybe, but I think you do now.
I think you definitely know a little bit now. Yeah, definitely.
This I know more of. I know more of this, so it's a bigger risk financially, but not knowledge-wise. Kind of, and the team surrounding the team that's involved as well is it's a great team. Great team. Been in the industry for a long time, so
that's what
it gives me the confidence to say, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I look at Vincent Lee's. My brother started out with one cab. He's got his own Hackney carriage and 10 cabs and drivers. Yeah, this is how it starts. Like Addison Lee, the biggest private hire company in London, started off on his own in 1975, something like that. Wow. Started off with one car. And
you see them all over now.
Exactly, they're the biggest company in London, you know. And where did they start? Where did he start from? Started with an idea and the working ethic, because that would have just been constant. And it's also the support from your family, because the amount of times spent, like when we go live, we're gonna have to watch the system. It's a 24-hour operation, so someone has got to be watching the system, making sure them bookings are going out to drivers, because you know you want to provide a good service from the start, and this is what isn't happening at the moment. You know, people are calling for cars and there's an hour wait, where that's unheard of. Really, when I was in the industry, it's unheard of. So
reminds me of the Peter Kay sketch where obviously he rings up and he goes, "I'd like a cab. It's coming around your corner now." It's like it's not like that now. They're not on it, as you said there. So I think that quality will allow you guys to stand out in the crowd. And it's not that you're big; it's the quality. And I think that's what people get hooked on.
John's will be like that. Carry on, cabby. Watched that a couple of weeks ago.
It's not fake taxi. It's not anything to do with that.
Yeah.
No,
there is a lot of money in that though, John. If all else fails.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know who would watch.
Barry Blue Nose does fake taxi.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. So I don't know what else to say about it. Really, that is the news. It's out there. I can talk about it. I can talk about it in the videos because, you know, couldn't really say anything. And even though it's been going on for a while, we've got a website. It looks great. It's not live yet, but it looks wicked. Again, a lot of time has been spent on that and making sure that the wording's right. You know, so that's important because you want it to look like Tom said there. He was surprised how professional it looks, something like that. Yeah, people stop using it. You can be rated and banned. Yeah, it's like with any tax company. You know, it's not about the company. It's about that self-employed driver that's driving that car. You know, that driver can then leave Uber and go to work for a local company. It's the driver themselves and how they treat people and run their service.
And not being funny, Uber have had their problems and their muddy waters over the years, haven't they? They've had their problems.
Yeah, but they are getting better. I've
never used one. Never ever used one.
Haven't you? So, who would you use for a taxi? Your local?
My wife.
When was the last time you had a taxi?
Never. I don't use taxis. I haven't used public transport in years. Not in years.
Do you have never been out on a night out?
Yeah, but we if we go out for a night out, we don't go. I mean, we might go into Brighton and have a meal in the lanes and have a few drinks, and then just get a train home and just walk up. It's like 5 minutes walk really from the train station to ours. So.
But you've got to say though, Richard, like taxis in Brighton is like on it. Like it's
wow, they are.
Like on a night out in Brighton, I was like constantly getting taxis left, right, and centre. And it wasn't cheap. Like Brighton to Worthing wasn't cheap.
My stepdaughters, I mean, Brighton's about half hour away from us, and they're spending like 45, 50 quid to get home from the clubs at 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was paying.
Definitely play it because to them, that's nothing. That's nothing. You know, they'll club in and they'll get home and it's all good. But I just haven't used it. I couldn't tell you the last time I used a taxi.
I went to Cheltenham races or whatever it was. Is it Manchester? Is that the right one? And I went there on a stag do, and we used Uber. And I imagine, John, yours is the same. The app's quite good because it shows you where your driver is and what they're doing, and it shows how long we're going to be there. And I just think that's quite a safe thing for everything that happens. In Lancaster, Uber's been banned, John. You can't use Uber around here in Lancaster. So, you know, someone like yourself, I don't know how it would stand, but to be a standalone individual business, you guys would probably clear up round here, whereabouts I am, because obviously you don't have Uber as a competition.
The good thing about Uber is, like, because they're already there, you kind of know what to expect. You know exactly how it's going to be. The problem for them Lancaster companies is if and when, because they'll let them in eventually. When Uber gets into that area, that's when it can really significantly hurt them local companies.
Yeah.
Like Uber came to Birmingham probably about 5 years ago now, and it did affect our business. We lost like 10% of our drivers, but it made us better. It made us think about the app. It made us think about why our customers using Uber. It made us think about the drivers. You know, about the percentages that were being charged, and is that the right way that they like the percentage? Because we were charging like a rent, so every week they would have to pay £130.
Yeah.
Whereas
Tim is still reselling. Tim Burns, Antique Shop and Reselling, says, "Are you only just joined the video? Is John's finished with reselling?"
No, still reselling. Reselling will still pay the bills for a long time, I think.
Yeah, I think forever, John. You're not going anywhere. I'm not going to allow it. Rich isn't, and everyone in the chat isn't going to allow it.
Just think how much stuff you can fit in a taxi.
Yeah, exactly. Just think, when he goes to the boot sales, he'll get them all full with taxi stuff. Drop them all off.
Yeah, but the other thing I was thinking about is becoming a taxi driver. So I think taxi driving goes hand in hand with reselling, because, you know, with driving, you can sign in, sign out whenever you want. There's no one telling you. You need to be there for unless you've got a pre-booked job. But again, it's your choice. So, and then the other thing is, if, especially here, the way things are going at the moment, if you need £1,000 in that week, you can log into the Uber's app and you can put the hours in and you can earn £1,000. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. So that's the other thing I'm thinking about doing, is becoming a taxi driver.
It's all right if you can choose your hours and you think, oh, I've got a couple of hours spare, I'll go and drive a couple of hours. As long as you can work it around the rest of your stuff that you want to do. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, and
definitely.
That's the other thing I've been thinking of, because I don't know how much time reselling I'm going to have. Obviously, Sundays, you know, I kind of like, but then I've got to fit some family time in somewhere, so it's going to be difficult, but I'll need to keep it because that's what's paying the bills at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. It's good, man. It's good, and it's good that you're obviously you can hear it in you and what you're saying. It's good that you got the nerves, because it's the nerves that allow you to be successful, John.
Yeah.
And it's no
you
different.
can also hear how excited he is about it as well.
Mate, 100%. It's like, but it's good. Like, nervous means you're taking it seriously. Like, you're going to be, because for me, when I handed in my notice, like it's a small thing compared to John, but to hand in my notice to go full-time reselling, I was like, I've been incredibly nervous all year going, when should I do it? And then, you know, to go full-time was like, you know, it was like a big deal. So for John to have a business that's, you know, quite new, but incredibly successful, and then a second shop that he's got, and then the taxi, man, like, I just think you will be successful. And the thing is, because you have so many different forms of, and you said it on our live, but you have different forms of revenue, that's what allow you to become successful. Had you just done the taxi business, I think it would have been a massive strain on your family and everything like that. But because you have the different forms of money coming in, it allows you to be successful. It allows you to probably be a driver and probably do a couple of hours for free, maybe do a couple of nights for free, do the toilets, as you said, but just to get it going. And then when you get the drivers, it'll just kick off, man.
Yeah. It's hard to sort of predict, but I think we're confident that we know enough about the industry, you know, even just to have a small portion of what Uber's doing, just a small portion of that is massive in Birmingham. It's massive. So
you've got four people that are confident in what they do, they're excited about it, you know, you want to do it, you know, you'll do it. You'll do it. Like I say, you've got over 100 years of knowledge and experience between you all. So
definitely.
Yeah, and like I know people who have sort of left the company that I used to work for and gone. They're going to leave there and we're going to set up a taxi company. And we felt quite threatened at the time, thinking, oh, you know, what impact will that have on our business? But he hadn't been in the industry for long, and he thought he could do it, but it's like I said, it's expensive. He was paying for staff, office rental costs, and all that sort of stuff, and it didn't last. Just didn't last, and it just closed, and that was it. But I think there's more to us than that. There's more to us than that, I think.
Yeah, get a ride on a free comedy show.
Yeah. So I think that's all I've got to say on that. Unless you want to ask any other questions, or
it's not going anywhere.
The main news is Reseller isn't going anywhere. Your channel's not going anywhere, and we've got a new business venture that's going to be talked about in your videos. And we're gonna get to see that amazing journey, like we have with everything else you've done.
Yeah,
you've not hidden anything from us, John. You've never hidden anything with it, whether it be the new venture that you've just done recently. And I think that's why people love you, is because you just don't hide stuff. And I think you'll smash it. And I think it's a good season to do it, because people are going to have office parties. They're going to be having Christmas do's. They're going to be going out to weddings. Are now going to boom a bit more because of COVID restrictions. Like I think it's fantastic.
I think it's the right time. It's a good time to be starting.
Yeah,
with Christmas shopping and Christmas and all that.
Definitely,
people ain't going to be driving. You know, they have all these things at Christmas. Don't drink and drive. You know, all the big campaigns and that going on. So hopefully, people will use their brains and won't get in their cars. And they'll be using taxis. Yeah,
definitely. Like, you know, I went through like 10 winters of seeing how ridiculously busy the company I work for, that was just the one company, but they were all the same. There is enough demand for it. The taxis is the problem. Like I said, it's getting that driver to work on your platform. There's only so many drivers in Birmingham. It's getting them to work on your platform, giving them the best reason to work on your platform.
There's a question there from Tam and Bell.
Why do you put the shoes back to front in your pickup case? Back to front. Why do you put the shoes back to front in your? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well, I imagine when you're putting them left to right, I imagine you put them right to left.
What when he's doing the fashion show?
Yeah, but sometimes if you hadn't noticed, sometimes quite often I do put the shoes on the wrong feet anyway in the fashion shows.
Yeah.
Clock that.
Yeah, I think that's what Tam and Bell's getting at.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Just Tam's Scottish, Tam and Bell's Scottish. So when they say back to front, they probably mean on the wrong feet.
Yeah.
I've got you, Tam and Bell.
Yeah, Max is in as
Put
well.
them left and right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, left and right, wrong way around. Yes, it's done.
Well, that is up to you to decide whether I'm.
It's comedy gold.
There's lots of subtle things. There's things hidden in his record shops and his videos that people haven't still clocked yet. You know, it's like, well, where's Wally? You should go back and watch them all.
Yeah. All taxi companies are short of drivers at the moment. It's a national problem. So, I think I don't think that is all that it is. I just think these taxi drivers have gone to different platforms because they were either scared of joining Uber because their base wouldn't let them. That happens. Like if you join Uber, you're not coming back, sort of thing. I think they've just gone onto other platforms. I think they're still there. They're just picking and choosing when they want to work. Because when Uber's charging double and they're earning, they're doing $1,000 in a week, why would you want to go back to your local company? I mean, that's a big problem.
And like you said before, you're going to be taking a smaller percentage, so they're going to be earning more money straight off the bat.
They won't have to pay as much money.
So it's good incentive.
I think Uber also play on the fact that there is a massive surge in demand, so they'll charge. They're starting to charge more. I think that it's not just as a driver shortage. I think that the bigger companies are taking advantage.
Yeah.
Of that fact.
And you know that because that's exactly how the bigger supermarkets all kicked in. They charge lower prices, and then once they've got rid of all the competition, then they can capitalize on it.
Yeah.
They can demand it because they've got the currency. Yeah. So, it's like everything. And they'll make up excuses. They'll say, oh, it's because of petrol shortage, this, that, and the other. But it doesn't make that much of a difference.
What did you do with Dad's old videos? Oh, that's my test tape. So if I get a VHS, I'll do it. Just give it an old test through there.
Yeah, I use a young one's tape in mine when I test mine. Love the young ones.
They are doing Uber Eats and food deliveries as well. Yeah, I just think it's like I said, they haven't gone away. They're still there. They're on other platforms. Council blocks here. But that happened in Coventry. They will not allow Uber to have a license. But that doesn't stop drivers going to Coventry and picking up people that have got the Uber app on and they're looking for a car. They're still they're still there. So they might as well give them a license. So I think I'm going to end it there because I've got nothing else to say about this subject at the moment. So I've got no doubt I will in the future.
Oh, definitely.
Nice.
We've got a reselling question, so I might as well answer. At what stage should I consider going full-time reselling?
We spoke about
this earlier. Yeah, so best thing to do, in my opinion, this is what I've done. Whatever your wage is, wherever you work, split that into 52 or 4, and then see if you can earn that wage on eBay or reselling. So you might be in Depop, Etsy, whatever. See if you can earn that, and if you can, save your salary and put it away. Do it for a few months.
And what I always say when people ask me is, if they ask when should they go full time, I always say that it's only you that can know that. No one can tell you when the right time is for you. When I did it, I made furlough. I got made furlough at work on the 1st of April. 8th of April, I found out my brother had cancer. So I was off for a couple of months. They called me back, and then I just wanted to spend time with my brother, who I lost in July. But I had that time with him, and while I was off on furlough, I started selling my own stuff. If you start selling the stuff from around your house to get into it, if you can do that and make money, then and then you start going out and looking for stuff that you like, and someone else will probably like it. But only you can know when it's right for you to go full time. I always think. I don't think anyone could tell you that.
I'd just mirror that what you guys said. I'd have a 2-month, 3-month buffer. I'd make sure my store was constantly hitting it or thereabouts, and I'd make sure I felt fairly confident in enough areas, whether it be clothing, shoes, pottery, whatever, this, that, and the other, so I could readily source it. Because it's all good your eBay hitting it, but you've obviously got to kind of source that month in, month out type of thing. So yeah, and I know there can be so many other factors. My factor for me was mental health, and I just had to quit my job because it wasn't doing me any good, and reselling was what I needed. And you, as you said, you'll know what it's right for you. But yeah, coming back onto it, John, mate, awesome news, mate, fucking awesome news. And you're gonna smash it. And everyone you've gone in, and I know it's not something you've just, I imagine you've spent plenty of time speaking with the wife, talking about it, discussing it, going over it, and everything you touch it. I'm not gonna jinx anything, but everything you touch, mate, it turns to gold because you've got the right. You're willing to, as you said, you're going to clean the toilets, and there's not many business owners that have that old school mentality of you will clean the toilets, you will do the cab driving, you will be there until whatever hours are needed, and that's why you will be successful with the other people as well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's and it's not just me that's willing to. The whole team is the same working ethic, and this is the start. And like I said, in fact, it's not long after I signed the lease on the shop on the 3rd of November, so that was nearly a year ago.
Wow.
So
How come it took you this long to tell us, John? You only told us last week.
No, on the record shop.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
How
so,
do you guys get boxes to send things? That tends to put me off listing things from around the house. I've got a mate with a sweet shop, lucky enough, so I can get as many boxes and packing and stuff.
Yeah, Tom, I would say for me, if similar to Richard, my Hermes is my local bag and booze, and I get all their alcohol boxes. I ask them to put them aside, so just be a bit cheeky and ask.
I used to go and grab them out the recycling bins at the back of the local shops.
My only worry is my wife's a teacher, and they always do. What does your dad do as a business? Holly always says that's my dad's shop, freaking bag and booze. So I'm worried that when she goes to school, she's just going to say my dad goes to bag and booze all the time, and they're just going to get the wrong end of the stick.
Oh, blinder.
My dad's a full-time alky.
Where'd you get all your stuff, John? You just collect it when you go in the shops and that?
No, generally, like you're getting parcel. The missus is getting parcels all the time.
Oh yeah, you get loads of parcels anyway, didn't you?
Get stuff, and for a long time, that my old storage unit, there was a company in there which they just done one and left all the rubbish in there, and there was a pallet of boxes, literally top to bottom, full of cardboard.
Nice.
And they said, "Oh, do you want these?" And they opened this shutter, and I was like, "There's like a ton of cardboard on this pallet." I was like, "Yeah, I'll have it. Yeah, I'll have it."
Isn't it funny how you get excited over a bit of packing?
Oh mate, Amazon boxes, I'm the same. When my missus just rips it, I'm like, "What have you done?" I almost cry. I'm going, I could have used that.
I get more excited over the packing than what's in the boxes nowadays.
Yeah, I was installing a printer today at the office, and I was like, I was more excited about the box than the printer. I was like, I'm having that.
yeah. I know exactly what can go in that Paw Patrol.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to end it there then because I've got to go and do my parcels now, which I've sold today. They're in the car, but I'll see you later.
Cheers for having us on, John.
Thanks for coming on, and thanks for everyone
thanks for asking us to come on with you.
Thanks for coming on. It's a pleasure, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's probably not the last time you'll see of us.
No, and like I said to you before, you're welcome anytime back on the Saturday Night Live as well. So you're welcome to come on the channel at any time you like.
I'll drop
wait till I get some more costumes first.
Yeah, we need to get some more. when this is all sorted, I'll drop the links to your channels below anyway. And
Cheers.
Thanks, bud.
There's a few people who have already said that they've subscribed, which is nice. So thank you very much.
I'm not YouTubing at the moment, but I'm on it December. I'm doing Vlogmas.
Yeah, we're both.
But the reason why I've not been doing it is I've been leaving my job and getting eBay ready. So but all that'll be explained in videos to come. I haven't got a taxi company starting, but who knows?
that's the thing, that you never know what is going to happen. You know, what opportunities come your way, what ideas you come up with that you just think, you know what, it's my own time. You can do what you want. Just go for it.
Of course you can.
And on that note, I'll see you later.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later, guys.
And